All right, welcome to lesson 11. This is the second week of the personal essay. So you're going to be continuing to learn about different narrative elements and keep on working on your personal essay. So let's go over the main page and the things that you'll be covering this week. As always, here are your due dates. Everything's pretty normal. Make sure you get the first draft of your writing assignment in by Wednesday so that you can take it to your gathering on Thursday. And a quick note about this first draft. I'm not really picky on how rough that draft is when you turn it in. But when I give feedback on it, it's harder for me to give good feedback when your draft is really rough. So the more work and more time you can put into it, the more I'll be able to give you feedback. Also, it means, the more that you have done, the less revision you will hopefully have to do. But if you just kind of give me, it needs to be more than an outline like you turned in last week. But perhaps you've, actually written out, the first half, but then you get kind of choppy and just kind of tell me what you're going to talk about in the second half. That's fine. Again, I'm not going to be really picky about that grade wise, but what that prevents is me being able to give really good feedback on the second half of your paper. So again, if you can develop your whole paper as much as possible, it gives me a chance to give better feedback and more detailed feedback than if it's just really hard for me to judge what your writing is and what you're going to do if it's not there on the page. So again, do your best to get me the best first draft that you can so that I can give you better feedback on it. And again, yeah, looking over the due dates, everything should be pretty normal in terms of when you turn things in. So hopefully that is not an issue. Your grammar lesson this week is about, it says confused words, which I think is kind of funny. The words aren't really confused. They're confusing words. So pretty much homonyms, words that sound the same, but of course have different meaning and need to be used properly based on context, such as accept and accept, there, and there, things like that. So look over the list as you review this lesson and really try to get those words straightened out because it helps your credibility as a writer. If you don't know how to use these words properly, your reader's going to think, well, why should I listen to you when you can't even use words properly? If you engage in social media, such as Pinterest or Facebook, things like that, you'll know how funny it can be when people confuse these words. So take the time to do well with this lesson and apply it to your writing so that you're not one of those people, right? I think it's funny. Well, then again, people, because I teach English, people always get really paranoid and have to correct themselves when they text me. I really don't care in that kind of a context, but you never know. So apply that stuff and you won't look less educated. Your readings and discussion board this week are pretty normal. You're just reading some more narrative examples. The discussion board. Let's take a look at that really fast. Oh, it disappears on me. I don't know why it does that. There you are. There's my email. Hello. Let's see here. Where did it go? Ta-da! You just took a little tour around my desktop. Anyway, okay, here's the discussion board. So you've got 3 different options to choose from. All that I ask is that you make sure that when you pick an option, that you answer all of the questions that you're asked and that you stay focused on that. Also, make sure you're being as insightful as you can be. Keep practicing your critical thinking and writing skills. Um, and again, just make sure that you're answering all of these questions listed. All right, so nothing major with your discussion board this week, out of the ordinary. Make sure you turn in your first post by Wednesday and your response post by Saturday. Your writing lesson again is going to be working on narrative writing and how to add description and detail into your writing. Make sure you also read writing about yourself. It's a very, very important aspect of narrative writing. People think that it can be really easy when in fact it can be one of the most difficult ways to write. So make sure that you read all of these or watch, in this case, up here, watch all the videos and then read this article and then apply it. think about how you can apply it to your rough draft as you're writing it or as you're revising the rough draft. Think about how you can apply this stuff, because if you don't apply it, then none of this really matters. So when you read this, think, how can I more effectively write about myself, and consciously make a goal. Think, oh, I need to do this in my essay, then go and actually do it. And that is how your writing is going to improve the most. So again, your writing assignment this week is turning in your rough draft that you made out of the outline that you turned in last week. And again, the more you give me on your rough draft, the more feedback I can give. Then, of course, you've got your pathway gathering. Try to use that as best you can to help you prepare for your revisions. Hopefully, you can get some good feedback from those that you work with there. Make sure you get your speaking partner assignment done, and of course, you've got your weekly reports. So this is, I mean, it's pretty straightforward this week as usual. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to look over a rough draft after you turn it in on Wednesday, that's totally fine. If you want further feedback, that's totally fine. Or if you have a specific question about anything, don't hesitate to ask. So keep on narrating and doing your thing. So have a great weekend. Let me know what I can do for you.